he's here. He said, thrive in a community where people care about each other. I've seen that when I've walked through these wonderful homes, and people really do look out for their neighbors, and it's really special. And here we have to have a government that lives up to its responsibility to invest and care for its citizens. And that's why this village within the city, Penn South, is so special, really special place here. When you think about it, a family earning $70,000, and they're working hard, $70,000, they can own a beautiful 2-bedroom unit for $150,000. I mean, that's what the American dream is supposed to be all about.
Yeah.
Oversee their own buildings, and they take tremendous pride in them. And I'll also say the country was paying attention when this opened in 1962. It was a real event. Eleanor Roosevelt was here at the time, and also President John F. Kennedy. And what he said, and I quote him, he urged the audience to keep the faith, and fight to preserve this desperately needed type of housing, not just for now, but for generations to come. And that's what we're doing here today. Over the decades, the costs are going up, the aging buildings have made it more and more difficult. And we want to make sure that that promise that JFK made continues on. So we're here to help fulfill that promise. Since becoming governor, my priority is trying to make New York a more affordable place to live. Where people live is important to me. My parents used to live in a trailer park on the other side of town. Lived in a little tiny place. My brother was born there. There wasn't room for me, so we had a little tiny apartment right after that. But I saw the struggles, and it was as good as it was going to get for a little while for that young couple. But I go back to that same trailer park near the steel plant. My dad and grandpa worked, and they lived the American dream as well. I go back there because there's still people that feel like they've been forgotten. They never had a chance to get out of their circumstances. But my family did. My dad was able to get an education at night while he was working at the steel plant. Eventually was able to change his circumstances. But not everybody has that opportunity. So I never forget where I came from and my family started. So the opportunity for home ownership and to have something that's proudly your own is so special. And sadly, it's so out of reach for so many people today. But in places like Penn South, we cherish this. And I'm going to continue fighting to make sure we put money back in people's pockets so they can help pay their bills and not have to struggle so much at the end of the month. And we worked hard, and I want to thank my colleagues in state government here, Senator Brad Hoylman-Siegel and Tony Simone, our Assembly member. We all teamed up together and put together a vision for the state that says we're going to put by making it more affordable for those who are proud to call Penn South home. We are on that path to keep the faith and keep the promise that President Kennedy asked us to do. So thank you, everyone.
Penn South, how is everyone doing? Good morning, cooperators. I always like that word, cooperators, and for our government workers, but to ensure that the working poor have a place to live. And there's a magic about Penn South. I discovered it a long time ago, being a young volunteer in a campaign on the west side of Manhattan, that within a few buildings, a grandfather could live and his grandson could live a few buildings over. And that's what New York should be all about. The middle class being able to live in one of the wealthiest, most expensive cities in the world. It shouldn't just be for the well-to-do. It should be for every New Yorker, including on the west side. And we've met the moment by beginning to create housing, but we have a long way to go. But today is a day to celebrate, because I know Amber, who's been an amazing leader at Penn South and Nicosia, and her board and the residents contacted us saying, these are tax cuts coming. What about us? We have to preserve affordability here. And Albany doesn't ever move that quickly. But it did this time. Because my amazing colleague, Senator Brad Hoylman-Siegel, I remember him calling me late in the evening during budget season saying, Penn South, we have to get them a tax cut. This is ridiculous. Their costs are going up, and we did it. We did it very quickly. We did it with the leadership of this governor, the residents behind us emailing and calling, and my partner in government, State Senator Brett Holman Siegel. So we do deserve a round of applause. And also deserves credit is Councilmember Eric Botch, who also knows. And I know he will also get it through the council. I'm not at all worried about that. But not.
We also would like to acknowledge Acting Commissioner Ahmed Zikani from Housing Preservation and Development. Thank you for joining us. That concludes our program. Thank you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you around.